Hi, and welcome to a very special edition of Facebook Live from the Scott County Public Library in Georgetown, Kentucky. Today I have a very special guest with me. This is Dr. Guilherme Silva, Gui, and you are a native of Brazil, a former attorney from Rio de Janeiro, and currently a professor of political science at Georgetown College here in town. Welcome, Gui. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Well, Gui is going to be our exhibit in our gallery coming up next week. And I think it's fair to say that you have a really great love of art and unexpected things and beautiful places. And I found a quote that you said, "Art is for all of us. It's about expression. It's about exploring the intersection between skills and creativity." Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I do believe on the idea that we are all endowed with artistic abilities. When we are kids, we all make art. And as we grow up, many of us end up leaving those activities behind. And I have always nurtured those artistic inclinations. So on the one hand, I focus on the logical aspect of my personality, becoming an attorney and eventually a professor. But I have always nurtured also art, and I think that allows us to keep working, improving on the abilities while searching, exploring creativity.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, did your love of art and photography begin with photography, or did you work in other mediums?
I work with other mediums. I have been involved with art in multiple ways. I did actually stage acting when I was in high school. I was involved with music and painting. For a long time I did some painting and drawings. And photography started a little bit later in life, but once I got the bug, I was completely hooked on photography.
So that's your central art form that you express, or do you also do digital?
So I do digital artwork. In fact, my journey with photography started with digital work. I had this initial project that became a book, in which I worked exclusively on digital artwork. I basically did designs on iPad and then brought to the computer and worked through several softwares. And I realized that there was a story in there. I created this book, and from there I sort of took this additional step of trying photography.
Gotcha.
And now I guess photography is my main medium.
Awesome. Now, would you say that you have a fascination preserving moments or preserving a voice, preserving your journey in this art piece?
I think it's a combination of having a voice and the journey. So I like to think that I try to do fine art photography to the extent that I do not try to capture reality per se, but I try to infuse my own emotions and feelings in what I see and the things that I see. Yeah.
All right. Now, the upcoming exhibit begins next Wednesday, and that is going to be in the library gallery. And it has 4 subsets, so to speak. They are called Beginnings, Humanity, Places to Be, and Things I See. Can you tell our audience about the significance of those 4 categories?
Yes, they in a sense they are the 4 areas in which I have been focusing myself on, and they have been trying to say, okay, what do they have in common? And I have that. I think that it has something to do with aesthetics, the approach that I have. But beginnings are the digital artwork that I have been doing. Humanity is about focusing on people, on sort of exploring the beauty that exists in all of us. Place to Be is about traveling places. My area of expertise in teaching is international relations. I love traveling, and when I travel, I try to capture the beauty out there in the world. And things I see is the abstract, the sort of the non-logical that oftentimes I see around me, and I try to capture them.
Wonderful. That's going to be an interesting exhibit, that is for sure. So now, when you create these visual works, these visual dialogues, are they your vision of your experience of the world, or how you want people to see your vision of the world?
No, I think that at the end of the day is somehow they reflect my experience of the world. I have to have a feeling simply because I'm in a beautiful place that people have taken thousands of pictures of that particular place is not necessarily something that appears to me. But sometimes I just see something on the corner that's there hidden and people are not paying attention. I go, oh, this is beautiful, and I try to capture that. And I think that once you create your art, it's up to the viewer to reinterpret that. And from that, I have no more control on what people see on the
That's
art.
wonderful. All right, well, you will be hosting, along with this wonderful exhibit, 4 free photography workshops. They will be 4 consecutive Wednesday evenings, starting on the first day is going to be on the 19th, right? And it's going to be at 6 o'clock in our community room. Now, you'll have to register for those workshops through our online calendar, but they are free, and please bring your own camera to that calendar, to that workshop. Now, in terms of these 4 workshops, can you give us an idea of the 4 workshops and what they're going to be about? So
Sure.
people know what to register for if they're interested.
Absolutely. So all of them will be a combination of a theoretical approach, hands-on approach, and looking at some visual art out there, my own artwork, but also the artwork of other people in the field. But each one of them will sort of focus on different things. So the first one is a general introduction, right?
And that's going to be on the September 26th one will be the first one.
Exactly, yeah. So that one is more of so introduction to photography. So bring your camera, we'll explore that, what are sort of the key elements in the equipment and what we should be looking at if you're thinking about buying your first camera. And we will have some cool exercise about the art of seeing things, right? Then the second one, we will be looking a little bit more closely at the genres of photography and try to explore those a little bit more, and so participants will be able maybe to explore what interests them the most. And the third one is about post-production, the idea that we take a picture and it's just the beginning of the journey. Once we bring the image to our computer, then there's this odd element which can be fascinating as well. And finally, we will focus on what I call visual politics. This is actually a class that I teach at Georgetown College, and the idea here is to explore the political contents from visual material, to teach us to be a little bit more, increase our visual literacy, so to speak.
I'm going to go to all 4 of those workshops now,
Wonderful.
so all right. Well, I always like to ask a fun question, and I know that you have a world traveler. You've lived in Paris, France, and in Cape Town, South Africa, and in Los Angeles, California, and now here in Kentucky. Is there a specific place in Kentucky or that has drawn your eye for photography?
So coming from to Kentucky was a very unique experience for me.
bet.
As you said, I'm originally from Rio, which is a big city, and then I lived in all big towns, Cape Town, South Africa, Paris, Los Angeles, and it was the first time I came to a smaller place. And I was fascinated and continue to be fascinated by the beauty of Kentucky in general. So I have learned how to become a hiker living here in Kentucky. I enjoy exploring the spaces of Kentucky, and the people of Kentucky, they are very warm, very friendly, and so I feel that I am in this continuous journey of discovery, discovering the jewels of Kentucky, the
Wonderful.
beautiful places around.
Awesome. Well, we have got our gallery opening for your show starting Wednesday, September 19th at 6 o'clock. So please join us for that and come out and meet Guy. And then our workshops starting September 26th. The 4 workshops will be on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. in our community room. For more information on this wonderful exhibit and any of our other programs, please go to our website, www.scottpublib.org, and check out our Facebook page anytime for updates on all of our information and programs. Take care, everybody. And thanks so much for joining us today, Guilherme.
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.